Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs of 5th of August. The infographics used in our current affairs series are uploaded on a Twitter account. You can check the link from description box or from the pinned comment. For Hindi current affairs, please subscribe to our GK Today Hindi channel. One more thing, there will be a live test for your self-evaluation. It will be at 7 pm. So now, let's start. Kanti Bhatt, who passed away recently, was the veteran personality of which field? Right answer is journalism. So Mr. Kanti Bhatt, the veteran Gujarati journalist, has passed away recently. On the other hand, recently, Mr. Vitthal Radadia, the member of parliament from Porbandar in Gujarat, also passed away. He was prominent farmers leader. If we talk about Gujarat, the capital of Gujarat is Gandhinagar. Recently, Mr. Acharya Devvrat has been appointed as the governor of Gujarat. On the other hand, Mr. Vijay Rupani is the chief minister. Gujarat is under jurisdiction of Gujarat High Court. Gujarat was also in news as recently India's first dinosaur museum park was inaugurated in Gujarat. On the other hand, recently Gujarat Chief Minister Mr. Vijay Rupani launched Vahli Dikri Yojana. This is a cash incentive scheme for every girl child born in Gujarat. The objective of this scheme is to achieve gender equality. Apart from that, Gujarat was also in news as recently India's first design development center, Fashionova, was launched in textile city Surat of Gujarat. Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy is associated to which sports? Right answer is badminton. So Mr. Satvik Sairaj and Mr. Chirag Shetty have become the first Indian pair to win a BWF Super 500 badminton tournament. If we talk about BWF, it is Badminton World Federation. It is a sports federation. It was formed in 1934. The headquarters of BWF is in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. If we talk about Malaysia, it is an Asian country. The capital of Malaysia is Kuala Lumpur and the currency of Malaysia is Malaysian Ringgit. Recently, Malaysia was in news as for 2020, Kuala Lumpur will be the World Book Capital. For 2019, Sharjah in UAE was the World Book Capital. Every year on 23rd of April, World Book and Copyright Day is celebrated. On the other hand, Malaysia was also in news as recently 5 countries signed New Delhi Declaration for Conservation of Asian Rhinos. These 5 countries are India, Bhutan, Nepal, Indonesia and Malaysia. Malaysia was also in news as recently it became the member of International Criminal Court. On the other hand, recently Philippines officially left International Criminal Court. Anant Setalvad, who passed away recently, was the veteran personality of which sports? Right answer is cricket. So Mr. Anant Setalvad, who was a cricket commentator, has passed away recently. ISRO has decided to set up Space Situational Awareness Control Center in which city? Right answer is Bengaluru. So recently ISRO chief Mr. K. Sivan laid the foundation stone for Space Situational Awareness Control Center in Bengaluru. The aim of the control center is to monitor and protect high-value space assets. If we talk about ISRO, recently ISRO was in news as NSIL was launched. NSIL stands for New Space India Limited. It is the commercial arm of ISRO. ISRO was also in news as recently Indian Air Force and ISRO signed a memorandum of understanding for the astronauts training for ISRO's Gaganyaan mission. ISRO was also in news as recently it successfully launched India's second lunar mission, Chandrayaan-2. This will explore the south pole of Moon. And for the first time in India's space history, the project is led by women. Ms. Muthaiya Vanita is the project director and Ms. Ritu Karidal is the mission director. After the successful launch of Chandrayaan-2, Pakistan also announced that Pakistan will send its first astronaut to space in 2022. Pakistan will send first astronaut using China's satellite launching facilities. If we talk about Pakistan, recently Pakistan was in news as it opened Swala Teja Singh Temple in Sialkot. It is a Hindu temple. It was built by Sardar Teja Singh. India's first large-scale trial for VPM 1002 and Imuvac is related to which disease? Right answer is TB, that is tuberculosis. The ICMR, that is the Indian Council of Medical Research, has launched India's first large-scale trial for two new TB vaccines. These are VPM1002 and Imuvac. If we talk about TB, every year on 24th of March, World Tuberculosis Day is observed. Recently, India and World Bank have signed a loan agreement for the elimination of tuberculosis from country. If we talk about World Bank, recently Ms. Ansula Kant has been appointed as the MD and Chief Financial Officer of World Bank. World Bank was also in news as recently Mr. David Malpass has been appointed as the new President of World Bank. Answer in comment box who has been appointed as the new Chief of European Central Bank. World Bank was also in news as it released Migration and Development Brief. As per this report, India is the world's top recipient of remittances. India is followed by China, Mexico, Philippines and Egypt. On which date the 2019 UN International Day of Friendship is celebrated recently? Right answer is 30th of July. So the United Nations International Day of Friendship is celebrated across the globe every year on 30th of July. If we talk about United Nations, the headquarters of UN is in New York and presently Mr. Antonio Guterres is the Chief of United Nations. There are 6 official languages of United Nations. These are English, Arabic, French, Chinese, Russian and Spanish. And there are 5 permanent members of United Nations Security Council. These are UK, US, France, Russia and China. On the other hand, G4 is a group of countries which demand permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council. These nations are Brazil, India, Germany and Japan. On the other hand, Coffee Club is a group of members who oppose the permanent seats to G4 countries as well as oppose the expansion of United Nations Security Council. Which state has become the first state in India to adopt a digital fingerprint and iris scanning system? Right answer is Maharashtra. So recently Maharashtra has become the first state in India to adopt a digital fingerprint and iris scanning system. The name of this system is AMBIS, that is Automated Multimodal Biometric Identification System. Now answer in comment box which authority collect and store the Aadhaar card information related data and it is under which union ministry. Now coming back to Maharashtra, recently Markandeshwar temple of Maharashtra was in news as Archaeological Survey of India has started large scale restoration work of this temple. This is located on the banks of river Vainganga. Maharashtra was also in news as recently Karnataka and Maharashtra got GI tag for Namma Kolhapuri Chappal. On the other hand, recently Niti Aayog launched Agricultural Marketing and Farmer Friendly Reforms Index. As per this index, Maharashtra is the top performing state. Maharashtra was also in news as recently the government launched a pilot project providing smoke-free environment in the kitchen for women and the name of this project is Chulha. Answer in comment box. One Nation, One Ration Card pilot project has been launched in how many states? Apart from that, Maharashtra was also in news as recently Prime Minister constituted a high-powered committee of chief ministers for the transformation of Indian agriculture and Maharashtra Chief Minister Mr. Devendra Fadnavis is the head of this committee. Which Bollywood actor to be facilitated with Excellence in Cinema Award by Victorian government? Right answer is Mr. Shah Rukh Khan. So Mr. Shah Rukh Khan will be facilitated with Excellence in Cinema honor at International Film Festival of Melbourne. If we talk about Melbourne, it is in Australia. The capital of Australia is Canberra. Recently, Mr. Scott Morrison got re-elected as the Prime Minister of Australia. Apart from that, few months ago, Australia became the first country to recognize orphanage trafficking as modern-day slavery. Australia was also in news as recently Adani Group of India got final approval for Carmichael coal mine project in Australia. And this is going to be the largest coal mine project in Australia. Australia was also in news as recently South American Football Confederation has invited Australia and Qatar as the guest for 2020 Copa America tournament. This year, Brazil won the Copa America tournament. Qatar was also in news as from 1st of January, it officially left OPEC. The headquarters of OPEC is in Vienna in Austria. In fact, the headquarters of IAEA is also in Vienna in Austria, and recently the IAEA chief Mr. Yukiya Amano passed away. Australia was also in news as recently Australia-based Institute for Economics and Peace released Global Peace Index. As per this index, India is on 141st position. Iceland is the most peaceful country of the world as per this index, and Afghanistan is the least peaceful. If we talk about South Asia, Bhutan is the most peaceful country. Naad Joshi, who won the Miss World Diversity title, is from which country? Right answer is India. So India's transsexual woman Naad Joshi has been crowned Miss World Diversity 2019 at Port Louis in Mauritius. If we talk about Mauritius, it is a country in Indian Ocean. The capital of Mauritius is Port Louis. In fact, the headquarters of IORA is also in Mauritius. IORA stands for Indian Ocean Rim Association. It was established in 1997. Apart from that, Mauritius was also in news as recently United Nations General Assembly demanded that Britain give up the control over Chagos Islands and transfer it to the Mauritius. The UN resolution came after the verdict of International Court of Justice. So these were the most important current affairs of the day. Thank you, and that's all for the day.